Hello everyone, welcome to another FortKill Talks video. Today I'll be joined by Busby and Davis. Yeah, again we're in Fortnite. I find that's probably the easiest one to play in and talking. Today we'll be discussing this season's weirdly odd state we're currently going through and the future storyline. Just to get off and get this part over and done with. This season's been going through a few, say roadblocks with development due to people such as, we're just going to state at this point, Agent Moore. Obviously, he went on holiday, but beforehand the holiday wasn't his fault. The other factors were. I feel like these two here would actually probably better explaining that than I am, but they obviously have, especially ex-boy Busby, he has lots of experience with more when it comes to getting on late.
Pretty much, he just doesn't want to get on sometimes, but he calls us his online friends.
Yeah. And talking about next season, it will be released sometime this week, sorry. Pushing for a Tuesday release, but I need to get everything done by Monday, so I'm also, season 4's story will be a bit more, it might feel unconnected because I might be referencing events that we didn't actually do, so there might be unconnected little plot holes there, but I feel like you'll all be really excited for an upcoming project I have, which I will announce later on in this video. Any question or just things you guys want to talk about while the game goes on? I think the audience would always love to hear what you guys have to say.
Yeah, related to next season, what would you say the main, like, the core emotion or theme is to the season?
Next season's definitely a lot darker than this one currently is. It expresses quite a lot of say emotion. A lot of that, feeling that's been missing in the FortKill for a long time now due to some of the cast or some people not being allowed to, give off their own emotions due to others. Everyone will. Like I said, it'd be a depressing one. That's all I can really say. It's not like depression, not that depressing. It's a worrying state to see the characters in, that's all I can say. Hope that answers your question.
Alright, cool.
I have one, I think.
On them.
So, what would, I don't know how to say it. What would the main, like, because who's it, like, who's gonna be like, I don't know how to say it. Most important, I don't know.
Next season, or?
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
I don't
if someone
think
were to
next
have a
season
main importance.
I don't think next season really has, like, a character of importance, as I want to mainly focus on, the entire cast for a little bit. But there is definitely, obviously, there's always going to be one character more important than the other. That's just how some things are. Some episodes focused on one person while others are focused on the other. That's always been a thing, it's always going to be a thing. So FortKill's basically just improv. Up until chapter 4 where there might be synopses and scripts involved, but I'm not sure on the script part.
Alright.
Yeah. Basically everyone will be important, but obviously there might be some parts that involve one person being more important than the other.
How would you say the story for next season evolves or moves on from this season's current story?
Well, obviously because this season's been so held behind, as we can all well, we can all agree on this story's been a bit jiffy when it comes to its storytelling in general. It is just gonna be a direct continuation, as you know. I don't know. This episode might, one of the episodes today might end on a cliffhanger, and episode 1 of season 4 will just pick up from that straight on. I will say possession is like a really strong part of season 4. Tingy will be in it, but he might. Just to confirm a few characters that are in it. So we've got Busby Davis, Fade, Doom, Moore. A new character. Snake Eyes will make a return. I hope. New character. Frostbite, maybe. I don't exactly know how I feel about Frostbite at the moment. You know, he kind of just disappeared, but if you have a, interest in wrapping up his loose ends, then definitely feel free to do that one. Fuck, I've lost trust. What was the... Yeah, okay, yeah, but the story will just be a direct continuation of tonight's episode.
Yeah. What's going to be the focus of tonight's episode?
That's a very good question, actually.
So,
tonight's episode is... There's two. So one, the finale focuses on Tingy, as we all know Tingy's currently in a, what do you call it? Coma? Trance coma. Maybe, I think coma's the right term. Obviously after the Nothing tried to control him, that Neuralink that the scientist and, Fade created, and more, that somewhat hid the Nothing in Tingy's brain, but also paralysed and, well, knocked Tingy out completely. So, yeah, that'll be a really dark theme for tonight's event, but I feel like you're all gonna love it. We all like a bit of darkness, don't we?
yeah. Could you say there's any inspiration behind this season? Like anything that just gave you an idea that you liked?
Anything that inspired me?
Yeah.
Not exactly. I mean... Oh, so, can you repeat the question real quick?
Was there anything that inspired you to, like, with the idea of this season?
I mean, like, season 3 currently, I feel like, obviously FortKill's been really lighthearted ever since OG basically came out. I'd say lighthearted, it's had its dark themes now and again. But I feel like some of the crew, I don't know if you guys would agree, but would like a darker FortKill tone nowadays, especially how it's all, everything matures. FortKill's quite old now, it's about, I want to say 5 years old, but I don't think that's true.
It's something around that. It's like between. I mean, we had the YouTube phase, which is now, and then obviously the bit before that, where it was like a couple of us just having fun making some maps. I think it started, mid 2019, I believe.
I think, yeah. Like I said, we've all matured, so I feel like it's the right step to mature with the game, mature with the story. So if you hold the story back for too long, it's not going to go anywhere. It's ready. But no, I feel like some shows and that have also really encouraged me for this next season and this season's current plot. It's definitely something that inspired me. But also I feel like just, the idea that we need to grow up with the story.
So Busby is currently. What is going on with Busby currently? Because is there nothing controlling him? Is my question.
It's not something I can really answer on a whim. He's... Well, obviously there's definitely ties to the nothing in Busby. Obviously we've discussed this before. Not something I can currently state right now. Story knowledge. But, the nothing's definitely talking to Busby. And I think that was shown in the prologue to episode 4.
Yeah.
With the scientist and Busby. But yeah, no, Busby is definitely having problems right now, and that will definitely be explored in episode 4 and chapter 3, season 4's episode 1.
Yeah.
I have one last question, which I don't know how entirely to ask him whether the meaning's whether there's a 100% answer you can give to it, but behind this and next season, or mainly this one, have there been any hidden meanings to anything going on, or anything that isn't 100% obvious?
What, behind this season and the next one?
Yeah.
There definitely are hidden meanings. I mean, this current season 3, the meaning is don't trust anyone. But that's like, obviously, you know, if you too much power can take you in the wrong direction. But it's not really a concrete answer I can currently give you at the moment. There's always like these. I'm trying to think of a word for it. Something codes.
Enigma
They're always
codes.
hidden in Enigma codes. But you know, most people tend to hide in, you know, things just so it gives off a theme. I said season 4 will definitely have more of a hidden secret, but that'd be for you to figure out at the end of the day. But, well, I hope that can somewhat answer your question.
Yeah. That's all the questions I've got. Thank you.
I think I have one more question. Will the artifacts be involved in this season?
This current season or the upcoming season?
Both.
So we've got 2 more episodes left of this season. I don't think the artifacts are currently planned to be introduced. They might introduce it. I don't think they're planning to be used. They might make a notable appearance or cameo, or just like, you know, someone acknowledging their existence.
Okay.
Season 4. Yeah, I'd like to say they're definitely going to be in season 4. Maybe not in the way you're going to think, but they definitely will be a part of that season. That point kind of leads on to my... Do you have any more questions before I get on to this point, any of you?
Will we ever see the fusion again?
Oh...
Very powerful character that we've only ever seen once.
I don't know if I can actually answer that question. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I feel like... I mean, that can always change. I mean, it always does change. At the moment, the foreseeable future, I feel like that character will not return. Is that all the questions we have today then?
The only questions I have.
Davis, any more questions?
No, thank you.
Okay then. So getting back to the point of the artifacts appearing, there is an upcoming FortKill project, which will be announced on the YouTube channel soon. It is indeed another movie. This movie will delve deep into the, well, certain character, maybe someone here. It also dig deeper into the time machine on the island, certain characters we haven't even mentioned this chapter, the story, well, the story going in a different direction. If you look back to the FortKill movie, Rise of the Last Reality, you might remember a couple of post-credit scenes. Just keep those in mind while you get teasers for the new movie. They will be important. That's basically it.
Alright.
I want to thank you all for watching. I don't think anyone else has any more questions or
No.
statements they want to make. No, we all good?
Yeah.
Alright then. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you again very soon.